Coaching the Los Angeles Lakers is like dating an Instagram model. Now, before we get started, I just want to say through 2012 all the way to 2024, the Lakers have had 6 different head coaches, and these coaches have been Darvin Ham, Frank Vogel, Luke Walton, Byron Scott, Mike D'Antoni, and Mike Brown. And we're going to talk about why the Lakers cannot keep a head coach. Now, through these 12 seasons that the Los Angeles Lakers have had 6 different head coaches, they've made it to the playoffs 5 times, and in 3 times, they have not made it past the first round. In the other 2 years, they've been to the Western Conference Finals, and they have won an NBA Finals. And guess what? Neither one of those coaches are still here. Throughout this span of 12 seasons, the Los Angeles Lakers have been 425 wins to 538 losses, an under 500 record for one of the biggest franchises in sports history. Now, the first head coach we're going to talk about is Mike Brown. Mike Brown is a head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers, currently the head coach for the Sacramento Kings, and he is the head coach that took the job after Phil Jackson inevitably retired. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers ended up going 41-25. Mike D'Antoni said that the most intriguing part about the Los Angeles Lakers was Lamar Odom's versatility on offense and on the defensive side. Now, earlier in that season, a trade was vetoed to send Chris Paul to the Los Angeles Lakers and Lamar Odom and Pau Gasol out for Chris Paul. Lamar Odom felt pretty disrespected by that trade, and the Lakers inevitably traded Lamar Odom without telling Mike Brown. He told him at the very last second, 2 days into training camp. Mike Brown said, and I quote, "So the versatility on that team excited me more than anything else. And that was our lockout year. And I'll never forget, it was a lockout year and we were working on how we can enhance the versatility, not just offensively, but defensively too. And then 2 days before training camp started, they said they traded him. Oh man, that crushed me." So in Mike Brown's point of view, the very reason he decided to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers, outside of them being such a storied franchise and having Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest players of all time, was the versatility that this team could have brought to the NBA. And the very reason for that versatility was just traded. After Lamar Odom brought so much to the team and he was a 6th man of the year before, they tried to trade him for Chris Paul. It ends up getting vetoed, and then he wants out. He ends up getting traded to the Dallas Mavericks. The very next season, the Los Angeles Lakers could not get Chris Paul, so they ended up trading for Dwight Howard. And we all know how that went. The Los Angeles Lakers ended up starting 1-4, and in 5 games headed into the next season, Mike Brown was fired. In my opinion, Mike Brown did not even get the chance to really bring this Lakers team back on track. This is a team that went 41-25 the previous season and lost in the semifinals to the Oklahoma City Thunder, who ended up going all the way to the NBA Finals after losing in 5 games to the Miami Heat. In my opinion, the Lakers have had a very short leash for NBA coaches, and I feel as though that needs to be changed. Now, despite Kobe Bryant and Dwight Howard not being able to play well basketball together, Mike D'Antoni still pushed out a 40-32 record with this Los Angeles Lakers team, and they ended up losing in the first round to the San Antonio Spurs. But once again, this was a team that they lost to that made it all the way to the NBA Finals. The very next season, the Los Angeles Lakers ended up going 27-55. Not due to the coaching of Mike D'Antoni. I feel as though the offense that Mike D'Antoni brings to the game is very good and is very well-rounded. The fact that he resigned as a coach was because Steve Nash, Kobe Bryant, and Dwight Howard could not get along. Another player problem that ends up being resolved by firing the coach. We are going to see this multiple times in this video. Now, the last head coach I'm going to be talking about is Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel was a very good coach in my opinion, and in 2020, the Lakers in the bubble won a championship with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma, Alex Caruso, and others. The following season, the Lakers obviously did not have the same outcome. They ended up losing in the first round to the Phoenix Suns, yet again a team that ended up going to the finals. But we're going to break this down a little bit more. As we all know, LeBron James and Anthony Davis were very injured throughout the season, but before both of them got hurt, when AD went down, the Lakers were 22-7, one of the better teams in the Western Conference. And then before LeBron went down, in that 14-game stretch before Anthony Davis or before LeBron James went down for injury, they went 7-7. They were still 28-14. They stayed afloat without their second best player. So towards the end of the season, LeBron James and Anthony Davis did not come back towards the back half of the season, and they still ended up going 42-30. And in the playoffs, they go up against the second-seeded Phoenix Suns, who have been on a roll all season, and at fully healthy, fully capacity, they ended up finding themselves up 2-1 against this Phoenix Suns team. What happens right after that? Anthony Davis re-aggravates his injury, and the Lakers end up losing 4 2. After that season was over, the Los Angeles Lakers felt as though they needed another star, even though, in my opinion, that this team was way better, well-rounded than the team when they won the championship, and it was definitely better than the team that they are about to have this coming season. They felt as though they needed another star, so they go and get Russell Westbrook from the Washington Wizards, giving up Kyle Kuzma, Contavious Caldwell-Pope, Montrezl Harrell, and the 22nd overall pick that ended up being Isaiah Jackson. But guys like Herb Jones and Cam Thomas were still on the board. Now, this team ends up going 33-49. Russell Westbrook was such a bad fit for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I'm not the guy to say that it's all Russell Westbrook's fault. I believe that there are real positions in the NBA that just don't work for certain players. And he did not fit next to LeBron James and Anthony Davis due to the floor spacing, in my opinion. So this team ends up going 33-49. They don't make the playoffs. And guess who gets fired? The head coach. Say it again with me. The head coach. Frank Vogel got fired after that season when you don't need to necessarily go out and trade for the third star. We've seen multiple times in recent memory that trading for the third star could be the downfall of a team. If we look at the Phoenix Suns, trading for Bradley Beal might have been the worst thing they've done in the past 5 years. Think about that. Now, to wrap things up, the reason I stated this video and made the title the way it is because I feel as though the Los Angeles Lakers are in a bad situation when it comes to hiring a head coach. If you want to go out and get a serious head coach, I think it's going to be a lot harder because this team is untrustworthy. They do not listen to the head coach. They are more of a player-driven organization. And I feel like that's how it is with all NBA coaches. And I think Dan Hurley made the best decision by staying in college. I believe with the chance that he has to do something that we have not seen in decades, he should stay at UConn and try and make history because in the end of the day, if Dan Hurley comes across as too aggressive or too headstrong as he did in college, he might rub LeBron James the wrong way. And in all of basketball's history, who can get someone fired faster than anyone else? It is LeBron James. So now that the Los Angeles Lakers are in this type of predicament, they are not going to be able to get the best head coaches. Why would Dan Hurley leave a college where he's won 2 straight national championships and has the chance to win 3 to go to the Los Angeles Lakers, who do not have the team to win a championship? They do not have the team to win a championship. And when you do not have the team to win a championship and your expectation is a championship, it's going to lead to the coach being fired maybe 2-3 seasons down the line. And now you're back at square one with another college team trying to start what you already had in UConn from square one. I believe that the Los Angeles Lakers are going to have a tough time trying to find the proper head coach. Anyway, my name is John Drummond. This has been At the Buzzer Sports. I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate everybody commenting, liking, subscribing. If you guys like this type of content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The off season is right around the corner, so I'm going to get a lot more creative with the videos that I drop just to stay relevant during the off season because no basketball sounds very scary to me. Anyway, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.